Mumbai ground.
all stations. Trivandrum Tower. Readability check on 118.1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Trivandrum Tower, Victor Tango Yankee
I
Mike
say
Love.
again. All stations, all stations. Okay. All right, students. All stations, all stations. Trivandrum Tower. Readability check on 118.1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Trivandrum Tower. Victor Tango Papa Romeo Tango on 118.1. Read you 5. How do you read?
Victor Tango, Papa Romeo Tango. Trivandrum Tower. Read you 5. Okay, students, I am expecting everybody to be able to hear me. Anybody who cannot hear me on a scale of 5 or strength 5, quickly drop me a message on the chat box on Zoom. Anyone who can hear me 5, you will just text. Today, all your replies would be instant, all the questions, and you just feed in your answers in your chat box, other than me asking you about verbal answers. Okay. I hope you all saw the, what do we say, revised start time on the Zoom link. Okay. I think I'm so sorry to make you all wait, but I didn't want to miss the session. And I think I'm, compared to that, 5 minutes late. So we have a uh, delayed start, we could say. With respect to delayed start, there will be certain rules. You have to be very careful with respect to your part 1 calls and your part 1 Viva, right? Be careful about the times, the delays, the reasons why you're not being given approvals, and check the estimated time of departure, check the actual time of departure, and see if your departure is delayed, then FIC could be expired. You might have to obtain a fresh FIC, ADC. Anybody who doesn't know what is an FIC, ADC, it's about time we revise, ask. So we have a quick session, and there's a lot of things to be done. Students, you're still not proactive, not all of y'all. Your exams are on the horizon, and I'm not hearing from everyone on a regular basis. So आज से शुरू करो, and we have to be careful that we try our best and ensure that no stone is unturned. Utkarsh is not here. Kuldeep is busy. So we have Priyanka and we have Ankita. Ankita, are you here? I don't think Ankita has joined us. We have Harsh. Harsh, आपको करना है practice readability check. फटाफट करो. Where is Preetham? Preetham was here. We have Prerit. Shraddha. Okay, technical. Okay, Vikram is a job. Ankit must be a job and Aditya has technical issues. So we have our okay, Aditya is here. Nice to see you, Aditya. Prakhar. Prakhar is here. Prakhar, I'm very impressed. You're not feeling well, still you're studying. Good. Jitna hoda utna karo. Don't take too much of pressure. Okay. Om is here. Om, nice to see your consistency. Very happy. Yamuna is here. Yamuna, I'll be talking to you about the access. I don't think anything is different with respect to those lectures, but we'll talk about it. And then Priyanka, it's good that we got to talk today. Priyanka, feel free to call. If it's important, call twice, thrice. Somebody will give me the phone saying, sir, student is calling back to back. You should answer like that. Okay. Okay, good.
Sir.
So Kanishk is also here. Yes, we'll be starting with Kanishk's doubts. But how many of us are there in class right now? We are 10. 10 of 10 students and me one. And how many people have given me answer in the Zoom chat? Read you 5? 4. So what is wrong with the other 6? You want to waste time in all this? Hmm? Today's exercise is simple. I'll be taking all your questions first, especially exam students. Okay. And non-exam students who are not having exams in these days, your all pending RT doubts or pending questions will be answered quickly. And accordingly, update in our study strategy and plans would be initiated this week. And almost all students who have covered all lectures for core lectures will be doing your thorough exam level, mock level preparation so that you are prepared before even you go for the exams or apply for the exams so that you can focus on fine tuning your other subjects in the meantime. So Yamuna, Prakhar, Kanishk, Varaprasad, Om. So y'all are in that category. Okay. So you can take it easy, enjoy and understand that this is your golden period to make sure that you're 100% thorough with all the material that you have, right? The way I have guided, okay? And then exam students, definitely we have a plan. So Priyanka, I'll try to do a mock today with you. I'll connect and tell you the times. Ankita did give me a mock, so she's fine. Yeah, we'll do one-on-one. Do not worry about it. Mm, Until then, you know the drill, Priyanka, what I told you before the session on call. Harsh, your exam is before Priyanka and your mock is pending. So Harsh, talk to me. Can I see you? Is it possible? Let's talk, Harsh, quick. In the mean, gather all your thoughts. First, I'll answer doubts that I have, and then we'll go ahead. इतने देर बात करो. Harsh, what's your plan?
हेलो सर. सॉरी सर,
Hello.
थोड़ी सी डिफिकल्टी हो गई क्योंकि मेरी लीव कैंसिल हो गई थी.
या
जो
या समझा मैं. कैरी ऑन, कैरी ऑन.
तो सर मैंने ना जितना जॉब में रहते रहते अभी एक्चुअली बीसीएस ऑडिट थी तो थोड़ी डिफिकल्टी हो गई. बट मैंने पार्ट 2 आधा प्रिपेयर कर लिया है, आधा बाकी है. और मैंने सर कुछ क्वेश्चन पेपर सॉल्व किए हैं खुद से पार्ट 1 के लिए, जिससे मेरे को थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस डेवलप लग रहा है. तो अगर पॉसिबल है तो आज मैं दे सकता हूँ पेपर 1 का जो मॉक है, फेस 1 का.
तुमने लास्ट में क्या बोला? तुमने कुछ पेपर्स प्रैक्टिस किए हैं?
हाँ सर.
कहाँ से?
सर जितने यूट्यूब में अवेलेबल थे, मतलब जो लेक्चर्स में लाइव अटेंड नहीं कर पाया था उनको मैंने खुद प्रैक्टिस करके देखा कि मेरे से क्वेश्चंस बन रहे हैं या नहीं.
नहीं, अपने मॉक वाले पेपर कर रहे हैं या वो पीडीएफ कर रही है जो बाहर घूम रही है, वो पूछ रहा हूँ
नहीं नहीं सर, मॉक से किए मैंने.
मैं. गुड गुड, फिर ठीक है. हाँ, तुम्हारा भी करते हैं. तुम्हारा आज अवेलेबिलिटी क्या है बताओ?
सर अभी तो मैं ऑफिस से वापस आ चुका हूँ, मेरी नाइट शिफ्ट ही थी, तो आई एम अवेलेबल टुडे.
चलो, मुझे है ना अभी मैसेज करो बेड टाइम तक का क्या अवेलेबिलिटी है वो बता दो. आई नीड टू सी कब तक फ्री हो. यू नीड इनफ स्लीप, यू नो दैट. उस हिसाब से आज का एक मैसेज कर दो. आई चेक एंड अभी स्केड्यूल करता हूँ तुम्हारा. तब तक जितने
थैंक
भी
यू सर.
डाउट्स है रेडी रखो. अभी डाउट्स रिजॉल्व करेंगे फटाफट.
डन सर.
ओके, गुड. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, anybody has anything on their minds, you can just raise your hand and we'll talk. अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे आप सबसे मिलके. Nothing gives me more pleasure than connecting live with all students. I'm trying कि ज़्यादा बढ़ाएं, but ठीक है, we'll get there. और करेंगे, और जितना ज़्यादा होता उतना करेंगे. जितनी ज़रूरत है उससे डबल भी कर लेंगे. टाइम है तो पढ़ते हैं ना. Let's master all our concepts. Okay, just a second. Okay. Everybody has access, right? All right. Okay. Valprasad is here. Aditya is here. Okay. Bhagat is not here. Bharat is not here. Suchita is not here. Okay, fine. Karishma, and so many students are missing. Okay. Ganesh, where are you? Aviator KP. Okay. कहाँ है? अच्छा, we have confirmed interpilot frequency. Students, everybody give me this answer on your chat. What is the interpilot frequency? Ganesh, आप छोड़ के सब लोग फटाफट with unit hertz, megahertz, kilohertz, which hertz? फटाफट. It should be a rapid fire. Answers अभी तक एक भी आंसर नहीं आया. Okay, time's up. The correct answer for interpilot is 123.45 megahertz. Okay, it's a very, very nice frequency to memorize and remember. 123.45. I think one of the sessions a few months ago, somebody has a dispute and said, "Aisa nahi hai, waisa nahi hai." I'm like, okay, it might have been updated. So we checked and we realized from the manual that it's still the same. Okay. So if anybody has any other reference or doubt, please share that with me why you are asking this question. Kanish, why the doubt? Why the question? Do you have any other information about that? Let's clarify. Talk to me, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, in one of the PDFs which you have given, you have written interpilot frequency as 1 to 1 decimal 4 something. That's
No.
why I read it and I confirmed about it.
Share a screenshot. It could be
Yes,
a
sir, I'm
type.
finding it.
It could be a typo or it could be something. Let's research and fix that. Okay. ढूंढ के भेजो आराम से. Priyanka, let's discuss your doubts. Harsh, let's discuss your doubts. If you have any, part 1, part 2, quick. Technical doubts, majorly. Students, part 2, Viva, receiver block diagram, transmitter block diagram, modulations, types of modulations, heterodyne receiver, basic receiver and heterodyne receiver, and then what do we say? Are almost the same. Okay, there's a small difference. That intermediate frequency thing. These things, they sound very technical, but they're very easy once we understand that. So ensure you're thorough with the theory. And if you have any doubts for any topics, you can tell me. We'll prepare a very nice, enriching live session for those topics. Quick, enriching live sessions. I'll just explain all these things to you in like 2 minute, 5 minute span in the end before your exams, whatever it is. Okay. Hmm. Everybody, interpilot frequency 123.45. Prerit, go ahead.
Yes, sir. In our in our manual of question 5, there is one question number 55. In that, there is interpilot frequency which is 122.15. So I was also having the same doubt. I confirmed with you, and you gave the answer as this frequency is for private aircraft which are not commercial.
Very good, Prerit. I precisely remember that. Prerit, if you have the explanation, can you copy paste it on Zoom chat or give it to me on WhatsApp? I'll copy paste it on Zoom chat.
Affirm, sir.
Anything if you could help with the resource, okay? See, now we are researching. Very good. So, students, I would appreciate, Prerit, your effort also that day. I wanted you to do some research by yourself, and you did. And you gave me a screenshot. I said, "Idhar hi kyun ruk gaye? Thoda aur aage jaake dekh lo." So that was really nice. That was very nice. I was very happy to see that. So I'll ensure that with respect to students, part 2 Viva, okay, understand what type of questions you have to master and study. Now we have this resource that you have right now in our digital library is more than enough for now. You finish that, and if you have time, then I'll give you Oxford to read. You can study from Oxford. There's another very good radio book that is very nice for radio systems, at least for me. If you all find it complicated, you can tell me. It's called GSP, Ground Studies for Pilots. It's a series of books. So I think y'all will have a soft copy here and there for that. So some instruments and systems are given very nicely in that for radio wave theory. But again, if you're studying from books like Oxford reference, then they are compilation of all the world's best books. So remember, it's fine. So RT Part 2 Viva, understand, learn it in two aspects, and then we'll be adding third aspect. First aspect we can simply call regulations, and then we can say radio. Here we know it is radio regulations. Here we have radio wave theory plus systems. In regulations for radio, what do we have? We start with UN, UN as ICAO and ITU. Under ICAO, we have Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India. Under that, we have DGCA, mainly for CPL, for WPC exams. Okay. For radio wave theory, what do we start with? We start with EM wave. Remember, without the understanding of what is a radio wave, our radio wave theory doesn't start. I think one of the vivas I was taking, like Friday, I guess, weekend, we didn't have any live sessions. So the student was giving me, and I don't remember which student, the student was giving me an answer on radio wave, but the answer was not right. But the student is good, student is smart, hardworking, heart is in the right place. But the delivery of the answer is not right. The way we are delivering, it sounds like we are giving an incorrect answer. Om, समझ रहे हो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Varaprasad, are you listening? Can I see all guys? Varaprasad, Harsh, Kanishk. Come on. It's a very important briefing session where you understand how to go about utilizing your time and doing self-study with your part 2 books. Okay, you have to spend as much time as you can right now. Part 1 we are taking care of. We'll do mocks, we'll understand, you're doing good. जितना भी फ्री टाइम है उसमें पार्ट 2 बहुत अच्छे से करना है. ओके हर्ष, तुम्हारा 5:30 के बाद का टाइम मुझे सही लगा है. रियल टाइम में अपडेट देंगे, नहीं तो आप पढ़ते रहोगे. थोड़ा बहुत तो मॉक कर ही लेंगे हम, अगर टाइम ज्यादा नहीं मिला तो. यू हैव नथिंग टू लूज, यू गिव योर बेस्ट, डोंट बी स्ट्रेस्ड. समझ गए? रिजल्ट्स, डरना नहीं है. समझ रहे हो मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ? आए ना आए, तुम नॉलेज के लिए काम कर रहे हो. इवेंचुअली यू आर गोइंग टू गेट इट. इस हिसाब से तैयारी करो. एफर्ट रहेगा कि हाथ में लेके आ रहे हैं अपन वापस, पूरा पूरा 100%. तुम तो दे ही रहे हो, बस और क्या चाहिए. ओके प्रियंका, क्वेश्चंस, डाउट्स प्लीज आस्क. प्रेरित, वो बताओ आंसर कनिष्क का जो डाउट था. यमुना, इफ यू हैव एनी टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस प्लीज. सॉरी, raise the hand.
Sir, about barking action.
Yeah, Priyanka, getting there. Sorry. So let's come back to what we're talking about. And where are two students? कहाँ चले गए? Preetham is not here and somebody else has also gone now. कहाँ गए? प्रखर गए शायद. No, प्रखर है. Who's missing? पता भी नहीं चल रहा. कोई बात. Okay, Aditya, technical issues, no problem. Okay, so let's come back. Part 2. What are we going to master? How are we going to master? It's very important. It is very important. अभी समझ लो, बुक्स हैं, पढ़ो. जो भी नहीं समझ आ रहा है आप लोग स्क्रीनशॉट्स भेज के मुझसे पूछ सकते हो. Students, one more thing. I was talking to Priyanka, we realized your Google Drive book 1, book 2 is for rules of the air and definitions. You cannot by heart those things apart from a handful of definitions, 10 to 15, that are very important and could be asked in your Viva. Okay. Those books are to be studied as you start your core lectures. Slow and steady every day. You read to understand. You read it twice, thrice to make sense of all the rules of the air and regulations. You cannot mug up those things. You can mug up certain values, certain definitions. So don't stress about it. If you're towards your exams and if you have not done those books, I would suggest keep it on later priority. Keep it on your train journey, airport journey, bus journey, whatever. That time you do a reading. The language will be difficult because it's taken from the CR section only. It's regulations language. That's why I keep on explaining how to decode regulations language at times. So something you don't understand, park it, share it, move ahead. Park it, share it, move ahead. Don't lose your mind thinking मेरा रह गया है. They will not ask that much because most of the rules of the air you already know as a part of your intent in your calls. So all that you are learning, doing all the intents, they are a part of rules of the air. Okay. So remember that. And okay. So we start with EM wave. Now remember in EM wave, the definition is important. Everybody think, are you thorough with the definition or not? If no, put it in your things to do today. Quick. Do this exercise so that you have a plan of action and I can verify that everybody has done the bare minimum in a very good way. These are our benchmarks. These are our fundamentals. These are our foundations. This is the skeleton on which we'll stand. Definition, frequency, wavelength, okay, and numericals. All right. Then properties. In properties only we have frequency, wavelength, numericals. Then we talk about frequency band. Frequency bands. In frequency bands, types, range, and properties of each band. In properties, main thing would be propagation, and then application. In aviation, which frequency band is used in which systems and what purposes. The purpose for every radio navigation system or every radio equipment, any equipment that uses wireless technology, in simple words, wireless is radio, students. Okay, it's nothing but radio. So in simple words, you have to understand the different frequency bands, LF, MF, so on, 3 to 30 hertz, 30 to 300 megahertz, whatever. Then the name, of course, bandwidth, and its applications, whether the applications of communications or navigations or data. Okay. Navigation will comprise all navigation aids. GPS is also having radio technology and nothing else. And communications, we know basic voice communications, we have HF and VHF, voice communications. We have data link communications also. ADS, B, what? ADS, C, you see notes are there. Then, then we have a few more communication equipments. We can say radar in a way communicates with the ATC. Then, basically, your secondary surveillance radar has a lot of computer-based coding in it. Okay, digital coding and all into secondary surveillance radar. So data computer is also a part of our systems only. There is an ADC, air data computer, for your, what do we say, air data instruments. So there are many onboard computers. You learn that in systems. You don't do much of computers in depth in CPL, just what you need to program the aircraft with. Programming the aircraft, in layman's term, we are saying it means setting your route, your autopilot, setting coordinates for your autopilot, basically. So we don't use the word program, but it's just like that. It's just like that. You just feed in data so that the aircraft already knows where and where they have to travel. So when we engage autopilot, aircraft flies on its own. When we don't, we manually maintain the coordinates, but the navigation systems will show us the coordinates. That you are required to go there, you are here. There will be two colored lines. You have to maintain that one. It's just like playing a video game. But then here, when you're flying a real plane, it is very different. So application, LF, MF are used in navigation, surface wave propagation. See, simple. You should know these things. If you know these things and if you answer like this, your examiners will be clapping for you. And that's what we want. Similarly, HF is only for voice communications. VHF is for voice communication and so many other applications. USE, UHF, SHF, EHF, please. All applications. If you all don't have, there is a small book, a table from Oxford, a screenshot is shared. If you all don't have, tell me, I'll share again. That one table will give you everything. Okay, it'll also give you the wavelength range, which we don't need to memorize. Also practice couple of numericals for frequency wavelength calculations. Whoever part to mock I'll be doing, I'll be giving you those. Without the calci, you have to do it. So speed of light, 10 raised to 8. 1 followed by 8 zeros meter per second. Unit should be the same. Kilohertz, megahertz, how to convert. Kilohertz has how many zeros? 3 zeros. Megahertz has 6 zeros. Gigahertz has 9 zeros. All these little things you cannot go wrong with. Okay. Now, coming back to frequency bands, type, range, properties, propagation, application. Then, how do we, propagation is different. When it comes to propagation, okay, you need to know errors, factors affecting propagation. What is fading? Then, what are those words? Anybody who's thorough with this? There are 7, 8 things. Static interference. What else?
Attenuation.
Attenuation and power and what else? Students, come on, talk to me. Prakhar, apart from you, everybody. Whether you know, you don't know. See, all these things, we need to fill in these gaps. Okay? Errors affecting propagation, factors affecting propagation, very important. Absorption, okay? There's some absorption is there. And then what? Come on, I'm expecting seniors.
Sir, receiver sensitivity.
Receiver sensitivity, very good. Very good. Think. One or two are missing. Don't make me open the textbook. You should open the textbook and give me the complete answer. This is the whole exercise. Varaprasad, come on, give me some answers. Try. If you all don't have, always go with Oxford. If you all don't have Oxford copies, we have some notes. We can share that with you. You should know how to give an answer with an open book also, at least in study sessions. Then factors affecting propagation, and remember surface wave, direct wave, sky wave, and most importantly, remember dead space, critical angle, skip. Ionospheric propagation is very important. Layers of ionosphere, frequency doubles at night and almost halves by day because of the layer of the ionosphere. Am I saying right or am I saying opposite? Who will verify?
Sir, opposite.
Sir, opposite. You are
Frequency
saying
Sir,
at night
opposite.
is half of the frequency at day.
Very good. Sun down, frequency down. That is how some people memorize CDMVT type, variation deviation type. So if right now I'm using, let's say, 10 kilohertz frequency for some communication during day, it's because of ionization, my ionosphere, the surface which causes total internal refraction for my critical ray and other rays to come back to. See, I'm not showing you any diagram. I want you all to imagine. So from there, if the sun goes down, ionization activity is gone, one of the layers disappears, layers merge, layers come down. So the same critical angle is not going to help us give total internal refraction. So that radio wave or that frequency which we're using during the daytime, it's not going to work for us. Because the surface from where we were getting the total internal refraction, it's refraction, not reflection, that it's not going to happen. My radio wave is going to disappear in space. So what do I do to get my total internal refraction? I reduce my frequency. I reduce till the time I reach another critical angle. And that frequency will be used during night time for HF communications. Comparison of that frequency with the earlier daytime frequency is almost half. So that frequency in the night is almost half of the frequency used during the day. That's why your HF, VHF communication frequencies most of the times will be assigned to you in real time. But they are fixed set of frequencies. One of your part 2 notes, it has that. MWA, RA, RAD, RA, the whole thing is there. For example, so you can always read that. Okay. Everybody making sense? I need verbal affirmation. Yes, no, maybe. And with your call sign, apart from Prakhar. Prakhar can type in, not type in, it's fine.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango Papa Romeo India.
Affirm, sir, getting
Victor
the things
Tango Yankee.
Victor Tango, Papa Romeo Tango.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango, Victor Papa Delta.
Affirm, sir, Victor Tango Kilo Alpha Papa.
Maintain the discipline, students. No interference allowed. And if there is interference, both stations will take calls again. Don't be like that. And Priyanka, I've said so many times, सबको बोला है, कुछ एक्नॉलेजमेंट मांग रहे हैं सर तो सिर्फ अफर्म एंड कॉल साइन क्यों बंद करो, कुछ एक स्टेटमेंट को रिफ्रेश कर दो ना. Affirm, I'm getting it, I'm understanding it, it's a good strategy, I'm going to master these topics, ensure I do it, I'll report it back to you. If I need something, I'll get back to you. Let's do this. Victor Tango, Papa Romeo, India. How many times, students? It's the 10th session, out of which almost everybody has attended 8. I'm not complaining. I just want you all to be like that.
Affirm, sir, I am getting it. Victor Tango Kilo Alpha Papa.
And I'm expecting much more than this from you, Kanish, but good. Thoda to bole aap. I'm happy.
Sir, understood. Victor Tango Oscar Mike Paul.
तुमसे भी बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, but good. You tried one statement. I'm fine. We'll get there. चलो ठीक है. Errors affecting propagation, fine. After propagation, understand. Okay. वो तो सब समझ गए. But क्या मेरा रेडियो वेव डायरेक्ट चला जाएगा डेस्टिनेशन जहां भेजना है मुझे? Can I send my radio wave directly to wherever I want to send? No, it's not possible. Why? Because it does not have that much of energy. It does not have that much of power. What am I trying to send? I'm trying to send my voice. Let's talk about communication. So how do I do it? How do I send it? Is it not important for us to know? We are doing RT. Every day of your lives, you're going to talk to ATC. Yes, Yamuna.
Through the process of modulation.
Exactly. We do it through the process of modulation. What is modulation? Without modulation, हम 100 साल पीछे रहते, civilization advancement and all. Whoever came up with it, Marconi, Tesla, they were the two people who started wireless thing. Think about it. उन्होंने तो create किया, हमको तो सिर्फ पढ़ना है. Do you think it will be difficult to just study? Try inventing something, students. Now that's difficult. It took what, 200, 300, 400 years to make a plane finally. Maybe more, maybe 2500 years. Who knows? कब से try कर रहा है उड़ने का. So, factors affecting propagation. After that, modulation. Very simple. Modulation. What is modulation? It's the process of. It's a process of superimposing.
It is a process of superimposing audio signal or modulating signal into high energy, high frequency
carrier wave.
Carrier wave, or also called radio frequency.
अच्छा बोले. Very good. देखो, I want to go to the US. I cannot walk. I'm such a small person, but I'm going to board a Boeing 777. How big is that Boeing 777? वो जब टैक्सी भी करता है ना Boeing 777, तो मेरे भागने की स्पीड से फास्ट हो सकता है. Imagine, it's like 1,000 times more powerful than I am. But I am the person. I want to go to US. I have work, so I will get on board that aircraft, and that aircraft will take me to US. Without that aircraft, I cannot go to the US. As an example. Similarly, my voice is like this passenger who cannot get to the US on its own, and the carrier wave is like the aircraft. The carrier wave's whole purpose is to enable our radio intelligence, our information, enable it to reach to the destination wherever we want. Depending upon the destination, we'll use that value of carrier wave. अब रेडियो वेव्स का कैसा है ना, रेडियो वेव्स को आप स्पेस में भी भेज सकते हो. रेडियो वेव्स को आप हजारों करोड़ों नॉटिकल माइल्स भी भेज सकते हो. यू कैन सेंड रेडियो वेव्स up to 1,000,000 nautical miles also out in space. But for that, you'll need to give that radio signal that much of power. You'll have to invest a lot of money to generate that kind of powerful signal. But creating that signal, which signal? It will just be a carrier wave. Intelligence would still be the same. My voice reaching out to you right now. Are you getting me, students? So my intelligence, my information is all centered around the human being that I am. Ergonomics. Okay. But we are utilizing all these technology to ensure that we get to communicate with each other and ensure that no accidents happen. In short, All that you're doing, training, learning to fly, learning to communicate, is to ensure that you all don't meet accidents. Simple. So, modulation, types of modulation, applications, which system goes with which modulation? ये सब relate करना आना चाहिए. Every system will have some modulation. VOR, ADF, this, that. Without modulation, it's very difficult. NDBs have no intelligence, so you will see no modulation. So how do you know which modulation is which system? You get to know through emission designators. Now, how many students know this thoroughly? NON J3E. कौन सा सिस्टम का है ये, कौन बताएगा? The impact of mastering emission designators is so fruitful that it is easiest way to learn which system has what kind of modulation, what kind of intelligence, and how is the radio frequency actually making sense with respect to my information, my knowledge, my intelligence. It's that easy. You cannot avoid these things. None of these things. After emission designators, we get into radio navigation systems and types, and then radio communication systems. Okay. HF, VHF. On any jetliner, we have 2 HF and 3 VHF. HF1, HF2, VHF1, VHF2, VHF3. One of the rules of Indian Aircraft Act 1937 states that in order to fly, you need to fly as per IFR or VFR, provided you have an approved minimum VHF com system and a person trained to operate it. So minimum you need VHF comms. Even if you don't have HF, you can still fly commercial. Are you following? Harsh, Priyanka, Yamuna, Kanishk, Aditya.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango Oscar Delta Alpha.
One of the most frequently asked questions is, name a few radio navigation systems, or what are the types of radio navigation systems on board an aircraft? VDF, ADF, VOR, SSR, radar can also come. GPS, weather radar. All these systems you will be studying with respect to these pointers. Abbreviations. Okay. Purpose. Then you explain principle. Generally, the principle is one line, like difference in depth modulation for ILS. VOR, direction finding through phase comparison. ADF, direction finding through switch cardioid. This is all it takes, students. When we start, we think it's all difficult, but when you'll see it from my perspective, you'll be like, "Arey, let's have sir's perspective and study. फायदे में रहेंगे." समझ रहे हो? Just put yourself there. I'm giving you the authority. Abbreviation, purpose, principle. Then parts, like describe. What are the parts? There'll be a transmitter, ground-based system, onboard receiver, at least. ILS has 3 parts. Then you'll talk about frequencies used. Then you'll talk about modulation. Okay. Then you'll talk about if there is any cockpit user interface. If you can get this information. If not, this can be skipped for now. And then errors. Very important. Errors. So there's a summary page for all systems. One page summary. That is good for revision. Okay, if I'm missing something, then please let me know. We'll add. Frequency range is very important. Modulation is very important. Okay. For all RN systems, radio navigation systems. Then you can also study about antenna. I have some written notes on antenna for navigation. Generally, it's not asked in part 2, but if you all want, you can ask, I'll give. Okay. And you can also online look up for a picture for aircraft antennas, and you can just copy paste, share it with me. If I approve it, then you just study all the antennas on that picture. If you all want, in the next class, I can give you a description on that also. Like, where is a VHF antenna? Where is an HF antenna? DME is also an RN system. Where is the DME? Right? Where are the radar antennas? Good to know. But this is all in the end once you're done with all the core things. If you have time, we do that. We don't waste. Okay, so I think this sums up your radio wave theory part. If there's anything we'll add, okay, you can also suggest, sir, इसमें और कुछ डाल सकते हैं, but this is what I want you all to target. With respect to your regulations, quickly, UN, parent organization for ICAO and ITU, United Nations, all right? ICAO, we should know the description. ITU, we need to know the description. It's very well given. In a different language, you make it in your own language, I don't mind, or make it verbatim with respect to the notes. Okay, but I have tried to give you from the ICAO website and all, ITU website and all. So it's always good if you are done with studies, then you do a little bit research into ICAO and ITU home pages. Trust me, it's a treasure trove of information. DGCA, we all know it's fine. DGCA, now I want you to know with respect to ICAO, you need to remember all annexes and the annexes that are highlighted in part 2 on priority. Then docs. Annexes gives me standards to maintain. Like हमें एक standard maintain करना है commercial aviation में, वो कहाँ मिलेगा, क्या standard कहाँ maintain करना है, annexes में मिलेंगे. Docs में मुझे क्या मिलता है?
How to follow the procedure.
Procedures, recommended practices, SARPs, standards and recommended practices. So total annexes and docs क्या बनाता है? SARP. ये SARP क्या होता है? Standards which we get in all annexes 1 to 19 19 है ना? RT का सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है NX 10, NX 10. AIS बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है NX
15.
15.
Sir, 15.
So I would want you all to make a list of all annexes you think are related to RT and CPL. ये आज का टास्क है, अभी करोगे चालू क्लास में या क्लास खत्म होते ही. दूसरा है डॉक्स, सारी लिस्ट बनानी है जो डॉक्स तुम्हें लगता है इंपॉर्टेंट है फॉर आरटी. ठीक है, नोट्स में है नहीं है तुम्हारे हिसाब से करना है, फुर्सत में करके भेजना है. फटाफट फटाफट एग्जाम स्टूडेंट्स, फटाफट करके भेजना है, जितना आधा उतना. तुमको ज्यादा मेहनत ये सब में नहीं करनी है, एज लॉन्ग एज you still have a lot of core material to finish. तो SARPs, सो मुझे ICAO को फॉलो करना है, तो मैं कैसे फॉलो करूंगा? मुझे रिलेटेड एनेक्स पढ़ने हैं और रिलेटेड डॉक्स पढ़ने हैं, मुझे वो ज्ञान मिल जाएगा. समझ रहे हो? मुझे इंडिया का लॉ समझना है तो मैं लॉ की बुक्स पढ़ूंगा, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ूंगा, राइट? मुझे डीजीसीए के रेगुलेशंस पढ़ने हैं, कंप्यूटर नंबर पढ़ना है तो मैनुअल से पढ़ूंगा, आरटी पढ़ना है तो आरटी मैनुअल से पढ़ूंगा. तो ग्लोबली मुझे कमर्शियल एविएशन को फॉलो कैसे करना है? मेन मैं SARPs पढ़ता हूँ जो एनेक्स एंड डॉक में होते हैं, बस. आईकाओ का और कोई पब्लिकेशन नहीं है, एनेक्स डॉक बस. अपने पास कितने सारे फोल्डर में, बहुत मुश्किल है, मिलता नहीं इतने जल्दी से. इट्स वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, लाइक वी आर वेरी लिटिल टू बाय इवन, ऐसी बात होती है. बट या मिल रहा है, अच्छी बात है. So they will ask you about annexes and docs and they'll ask you कभी कोई annex doc देखा है क्या? 8400 देखा है abbreviations का? पर्सनल लाइसेंसिंग का annex देखा है? बोल देना. मैं गूगल ड्राइव शेयर नहीं है तुम्हारे साथ तो बोलना वापस शेयर कर रहा हूँ द ड्राइव, डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी दैट वी हैव, प्लीज एक्सेस इट. ओके, देख लेना ऊपर ऊपर से बस एक बार. हमेशा उसका कवर पेज देखना, कवर पेज पे डिस्क्रिप्शन लिखा होता है, डॉक का नंबर लिखा होता है, एनेक्स का नंबर लिखा होता है, टाइटल लिखा होता है. बाकी वो रिविजन छोड़ देना है, कंटेंट एक बार देख लेना बस. अब रही बात, तो फिर डीजीसीए का क्या रोल है? डीजीसीए का ये रोल है कि डीजीसीए ने एनएक्स एंड डॉक के बेसिस पे रूल्स जो फॉलो किए हैं, हमारे लिए इम्प्लीमेंट किए हैं, उसको वो भी पढ़ना हमारे लिए जरूरी है. तो हम 2 लेवल पे पढ़ते हैं, एनएक्स के लेवल पे भी पढ़ते हैं, इसके भी लेवल पे पढ़ते हैं. दैट्स हाउ यू आर सपोज टू स्टडी. 80% सिमिलैरिटीज मिलेंगे दोनों में आपको, तो आपका रिविजन हो जाता है. यू जस्ट नीड टू नो. इंडिया के लिए कस्टमाइज जो भी है चीजें, बस वही वैरी करेगी. बाकी आप एनएक्स पढ़ लो या कोई भी सीआर का सेक्शन पढ़ लो, कॉपी पेस्ट है पूरा. यू शुड नो दिस. समझ रहे हो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ स्टूडेंट्स? यू शुड नो दिस, यू शुड ओन दिस. नहीं तो देयर विल ऑलवेज बी अ लूप होल एंड समबडी समवेयर विल मेक द एग्जाम सो टफ दैट यू विल मिस आउट ऑन दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी और द चांस. Okay, so remember, I need the list of NX and docs you think are important from CPL and RT perspective both. One of our students has done it. Shraddha had done it. एंड श्रद्धा को नहीं पता था एनएक्स क्या है. आई वॉज शॉक, शी वॉज शॉक, बट वी हैंडल इट वेरी कामली. मैं बोला 2 दिन दे रहा हूँ, अच्छे से पढ़ लो. लूप होल पता चल गया इतना बड़ा, समझ रहे हो? सो यू ऑल बी केयरफुल एंड कीप मी इन whatever in reality, uh whatever your real situation is, reality check, so that we can work ahead. And after that, what do we have what is VHF, what is HF. तो ये तो हमारा उसी में कवर हो गया. फिर फ्लाइट प्लान, ICAO फ्लाइट प्लान, all item numbers, which annex or doc regulates the ICAO फ्लाइट प्लान, वो भी पता होना चाहिए आपको. PLN is the abbreviation for flight plan, okay? Then थोड़ा बहुत rules of the air, थोड़ा बहुत, ज़्यादा नहीं. Most of the things that we learn in RT, part 1 type rules, RVSM क्या है, distress क्या है, urgency क्या है, all those things inclusive. RT transmissions, decode, encode, speak in RT, words and phrases. So RT language is what I'm going to say. In language, decode. Decode means they'll give you abbreviations, you say the correct words. Encode, they'll give you the words, you turn it into abbreviations. Then transmit as per RT. Transmit as per RT. You all know the drill. जैसे हम लिखते हैं logs, उसी को बोलना है क्या लिखना, नंबर्स कैसे रीड करने, डेसिमल, फ्रीक्वेंसीज, व्हाट टू से, व्हाट नॉट टू से. बेसिकली मास्टर योर वर्ड्स, master your standard words and phrases. Please remember, every day read it twice. It's also there, the table is also there in your part 2 Iowa booklet. Standard words and phrases. Okay. This is very important, okay, which I think y'all are doing really good with respect to how you're performing in your part 1. So I'm not worried. After that, a few more systems that we have not covered here. They are in the part 2 Iowa booklet. Study from there. If you have doubts, share with me. If the language is difficult, share a screenshot. I'll do my best. I'll send you a voice note or something explaining in the best possible ways to save time. And if you all want that, so आधा घंटा मिलते हैं ना face to face, let me know. We'll meet. Okay. Meet as in Zoom पे. And what else? Yeah, this most important thing. Indian Aircraft Rules 1937. I would want you all to take out at least 5 to 10 important rules related to RT and CPL. देखो कितने जमा होता है. Who can tell me RT वाला कौन सा रूल है? 63. अभी भी याद नहीं है किसी को? Rule 63. Who can find me Rule 63? Where to find it? ओम बोलो.
सर डीजीसी वेबसाइट में.
ठीक है, ढूंढो फटाफट, बताओ रूल 63 क्या है जल्दी. या ओम बच्चा, read you 1, you're on mute.
Affirm. The Rule 63 of Indian Aircraft Rule 1937 is, I think, all aircraft registered in India should have RT equipment which are flying in India. That's it, sir.
ओम, रूल निकालो, कीवर्ड्स को स्पॉट करो और अपने आंसर्स में वो कीवर्ड्स दिखने चाहिए.
Affirm.
सही बोल रहे हो, बट इतना इनफ शायद ना हो. कभी टाइम है हमारे पास. गुड जॉब दो. एयरक्राफ्ट रजिस्ट्रेशन एंड नेशनैलिटी, उस पर थोड़ा बहुत अपन को पता है रजिस्ट्रेशन मार्किंग क्या है. VT issued by what? ITU, I guess. ICAO and ITU, and the registration marking is issued by DGCA. Remember. And a register of all aircraft registered in India is also there with DGCA for anybody to check. Simple. इस पे सब रिसर्च हो चुका है. I think this is the final info. सुचिता होती वो वेरीफाई कर देती. I don't know why she is missing the session. So वो हो गया, फ्लाइट प्लान हो गया. FIC ADC याद रखना. Okay. Priority of messages, very important. Distress first, urgency second, urgency medical third, security fourth, and then I want you all to remember flight safety messages, direction finding messages, flight regulatory messages. मैं सीक्वेंस में नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, but see, I'm also trying hard to recall. You have to ensure that your recall is much better than mine. So your study should be like that. Priority of RT calls. Very important, this table, don't miss it. And remember about self, when they'll tell me something about yourself, do not talk about your problems. Do not talk about money. पैसा नहीं है इसलिए ये क्या वो क्या. Yeah, don't talk like that. Just say I've been doing this. Now I'm working on that goal and this is my plan. मैं ग्राउंड स्टडीज के बाद ही जाऊंगा. आई ऑल्सो वर्किंग अ जॉब. या मैं फ्लाइंग कर लूंगा, जो भी ऑनेस्टली बताना है, बट प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं बोलने हैं. यू आर देयर टू गेट अ जॉब, नॉट सिंपैथी. ऐसा सोचना है आपको, है ना. द मोर कॉन्फिडेंट यू आर इन एडवर्सिटी, द मोर चांसेस आर दैट यू विल बी सिलेक्टेड अमंग्स अदर्स. एग्जाम्पल मिला था लास्ट सेशन में, राइट. वन ऑफ अ स्टूडेंट्स, सेम, रिमेंबर दैट. इफ यू ऑल वांट मी टू हेल्प यू विद अबाउट सेल्फ, टेल मी, आई टेल यू अ टेक्निक. आपसे पहले कुछ पूछूंगा, आपकी इन्फो मेरे को मिल जाएगी. वो इन्फो के हिसाब से मैं कैसे देता हूँ वो आपको भेज दूंगा, रिकॉर्डिंग भेज दूंगा, आप वो याद कर लेना. सिंपल, इजी करेंगे अपन. ओके, व्हाट आर वी मिसिंग? ओके, एराक, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इंफॉर्मेशन रेगुलेशन एंड कंट्रोल. डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ AIS NX-15, NOTAMs, very important. Regional and domestic air routing areas, major world air routing areas, very important. Just the description, understanding. You don't have to memorize the frequencies on all that was extra for your knowledge. बस बाकी कुछ इसमें मिस हुआ है तो वो ये सब करने के बाद वो कर लेना आप लोग. So you have understood your core priority for part 2. First focus should be all these topics. If it is done, then whatever you have part 2 Viva booklet and your notes from lecture part 2 lectures, that you will study. Are you clear? Everyone, especially my December students. Priyanka, Prerit, Harsh, Aditya.
Affirm, sir. I'm getting Victor Tango Papa Romeo India.
ठीक है, चलो क्वेश्चन टाइम. Discuss if you have any questions. Ask. Oh my God, go ahead.
Sir, what is the depth of modulation?
Depth of modulation. देखो स्टूडेंट्स, एनीबडी who's done ILS, मैं आप लोग को ये दिखाता हूँ. ये मेरा रनवे है, साइड से देख रहा हूँ मैं, ठीक है. यहाँ पे ऐसा, तो मुझे है ना रनवे सेंटर लाइन पे एयरक्राफ्ट को अलाइन करने के लिए कुछ चाहिए, रेडियो वेव चाहिए जो एयरक्राफ्ट को ऐसे अलाइन करेगी सेंटर लाइन से. सो हम लोग ऐसे टाइम पे क्या करते हैं, और दूसरा एक होता है ग्लाइड एंगल. हमें एयरक्राफ्ट को ये एंगल पे भी स्लोप पे ग्लाइड करवाना है और एयरक्राफ्ट को सेंटर लाइन पे भी रखना है. तो सेंटर लाइन के लिए मुझे टॉप व्यू देखना पड़ेगा रनवे का, ऐसे ऐसे ऐसे. ओके, रनवे सेंटर लाइन CL रिमेंबर. और ये मेरा हो गया ग्लाइड पाथ GB. तो ये टॉप व्यू से सेंटर लाइन देखूंगा ना मैं, तो इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द सेंटर लाइन मेरे को ऐसा सिस्टम बनाना होता है जहाँ पे मेरे रेडियो सिग्नल्स मैं भेजता हूँ ऐसे लोब्स में, 2 लोब्स में ऐसे. एंड वो 2 फ्रीक्वेंसी पे मॉड्यूलेटेड होते हैं. वो होगा 140 हर्ट्ज और दूसरा क्या है प्रेरित, 90 हर्ट्ज.
90.
Affirm, sir. 9 or 0 hertz.
मैं नहीं बताऊंगा लेफ्ट में कौन सा है राइट में कौन सा, आपको देखना है. बट वन इज ऑन द लेफ्ट, द अदर इज ऑन द राइट, ऐसा होता है. 2 अलग अलग फ्रीक्वेंसी पे मॉड्यूलेटेड होते हैं. लोकलाइजर की फ्रीक्वेंसी रेंज सेम होती है, ग्लाइड स्लोप की सेम होती है, उसमें मॉड्यूलेशन अलग करते हैं सिर्फ. ये जो लोब्स में है ना, जहां मेरे को DDM, डिफरेंस इन डेप्थ ऑफ मॉड्यूलेशन, 0 आता है ना, वहां मुझे सेंटर लाइन मिलती है इन शॉर्ट. बट क्रॉस रेफरेंस द टेक्स्ट एंड सी इफ माय वर्ड्स अलाइन विद व्हाट्स रिटन इन द टेक्स्ट. सिमिलरली मेरे ग्लाइड पाथ के लिए भी ऐसे 2 लोब्स बनते हैं और जो सेंटर में आता है ना वो ग्लाइड एंगल होता है. तो जब मेरा डेप्थ ऑफ मॉड्यूलेशन डेप्थ ऑफ मॉड्यूलेशन जनरली थोड़ा डिटेल में पढ़ोगे तो आपको समझेगा कि मैं मॉड्यूलेशन की क्वालिटी के ऊपर बात होती है। डिफरेंस इन डेप्थ ऑफ मॉड्यूलेशन तब होता है जब दो सिग्नल्स ओवरलैप कर रहे हैं, तो सेंटर लाइन तब मिलेगी जब ओवरलैप जहाँ हो रहे हैं वहां पे मेरे को जीरो कुछ मिल रहा है। फिगर देख लेना एक बार वहां पे। ठीक है स्टूडेंट्स, तो आप ओम पार्किंग लॉट में ये लिखोगे टू डू में कि ILS प्रिंसिपल रीड, मैं आपको भेजता हूँ नोट्स, उसमें से पढ़ो, आगे काम आएगा तुम्हें। समझ गए? DDM पूछेंगे आप लोगों को, इट कैन बी आस्क्ड एज अ टफ क्वेश्चन। ओम रूल कॉपी पेस्ट किया है क्या?
फॉर्म सर।
तो रूल नंबर नहीं डाला, उतना भी कर दो मेरे लिए। हाँ,
फॉर्म
नहीं तो
सर।
समझेगा नहीं, किसी को समझेगा नहीं। जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी, वी आर रनिंग आउट ऑफ टाइम स्टूडेंट्स, सेशन इज अबाउट टू एंड एंड आई वांट यू ऑल टू जस्ट स्टडी एंड बाकी वन ऑन वन मॉक करना है अपन को। रूल कौन सा है जल्दी बोलो, मैं टाइप कर रहा हूँ।
रूल 63
रूल
विद
60।
टाइम
स्टूडेंट्स आई एम डिसअपॉइंटेड। हाँ,
माय कोड।
किसी को 63 याद नहीं था, आई एम वेरी डिसअपॉइंटेड। मेरे को तो पिक्चर में रह गया है। आप लोग ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हो? मेरे को एग्जाम देनी है क्या? And part 2, YY, if anybody asks you to explain anything with respect to system and something, ask for the paper and pen and just make diagrams and show them. Impress them. Impress them. Okay? Any questions? प्रेरित आप भेज रहे थे वो मेरे को इंटरपायलट।
Yes, sir. I have highlighted in WhatsApp.
व्हाट्सएप नहीं बाबा, जूम चैट। हाँ व्हाट्सएप व्हाट्सएप, सही सही सही, सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी, बता दिया करो ना प्रेरित। सर मैंने भेज दिया है, अब भेजा भी नहीं है क्या? ये कर दो ना फ्रेश मैसेज कॉपी पेस्ट, क्यों इतना ऐसे लेजी बन रहे हो? हम्म। प्रेरित 1 to 2 decimal 15 भी मिला था क्या मैनुअल में?
Affirm, sir.
उसका क्या था?
Sir, it is for private aircraft which are not commercial.
वो तो 1 to 2.75 है, करेक्शन 1 to 2 decimal 75। 1 to 2 decimal 15 का क्या हुआ?
Sir, I'll check again.
हम्म। ओके स्टूडेंट्स, राइट डाउन 1 to 2 decimal 75 is for private aircraft's interpilot frequency and commercial aircraft's 1 to 3 decimal 45। कनिष्क, इज द डाउट रिजॉल्व्ड? और कोई फ्रीक्वेंसी है जिस पे डाउट है फॉर इंटरपायलट? प्लीज टॉक टू मी।
Yes, sir. Doubt is resolved, and there is no other doubt.
There's no other interpilot frequency in picture, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, about 1 to 2 decimal 15, it is not mentioned in RT manual, but it is mentioned in our that document of question 5 practice questions.
इंटरपायलट ना?
Yes, sir.
हमारे हमारे रिसर्च में क्या मिला था हमें?
Sir, in manual there is no such frequency.
नहीं, बाहर वेब सर्च पे क्या मिला था? एक स्क्रीनशॉट भेजा था ना तुम्हें मुझे वेब सर्च का,
Yes, sir. Sir, web search में 1 to 2 decimal 75 था.
वो प्राइवेट पे मिला।
Yes,
और
sir.
1 to 2 decimal 15 का कुछ नहीं था?
नहीं सर, उसका नहीं था कुछ। उसका आपने सर बोला था कि मैनुअल में एक बार सर्च करना, तो मैंने सर्च किया था, मैनुअल में कुछ नहीं था।
ठीक है स्टूडेंट्स, और दिस डिस्क्रिपेंसी फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 इंटरपायलट फ्रीक्वेंसी, ये अभी अपने नोट्स में ऐड कर लो। और जब वो क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 का बुकलेट देखोगे आप, तो उस आंसर को अपडेट करना इस आंसर से। ठीक है, डोंट यूज दैट बट यूज दिस आंसर इन केस ऑफ इंटरपायलट। सो इंटरपायलट commercial, that is our scheduled transport, 1 to 3 decimal 45 megahertz. And if they are private category aircrafts, then they have 1 to 2 decimal 75 megahertz. Students, cross check, 1 to 2 decimal 75 है, कुछ और है? कनिष्क, सेम है ना?
Yes, sir. It is 1 to 2 decimal 75 megahertz.
Now, students, how do we talk on interpilot? I'll give you one live call example and then we'll wrap up the session. If you'll have any more questions, you'll drop me a message. Okay? And about your schedule for part 1, I'll tell you shortly over WhatsApp. Priyanka and Harsh on priority first. All right? So, yeah. How to communicate? Let's assume I'm at Trivandrum. Everybody tell me Trivandrum ground and tower frequencies from your chart. Quick, 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 quick. give it to me in Zoom, and one person who's first person will give it to me verbally.
So Trivandrum
Tower
control
is
tower has
118.1.
No interferences allowed. Come on, professionals.
Victor Tango Alpha Romeo Mike. Trivandrum tower has the frequency 118.1 for tower,
Mm-hmm.
and for control it has
Do we
120
have
decimals.
ground? Do we have ground? Trivandrum ground?
Yes, sir.
क्या है SMC का frequency Trivandrum?
121.9.
Megahertz. Always make a practice of saying frequencies in class. Okay? वैसे तो obvious होती है, पर हमें शायद पता ना और कोई पूछ ले, अच्छा ये तो frequency megahertz है, kilohertz है, क्या है? आपको कंफ्यूज हो गया, ये तो कभी पूछा है, पता ही नहीं, हमको सिर्फ नंबर पता है। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। ओके? एंड VHF कॉम HF कॉम फ्रीक्वेंसी चैनल सेपरेशन स्पेसिंग 8.33 किलोहर्ट्ज है। लिख लो। VHF कॉम्स में अलग अलग फ्रीक्वेंसी चैनल्स में स्पेसिंग कितनी होती है? चलो बैंड तो मिल गया, वो बैंड में मेरे को कितने चैनल मिल रहे हैं? मेरी फ्रीक्वेंसीज तो स्मूथली जा रही है, मेरे को तो हर फ्रीक्वेंसी मिल जाएगी, बट हर फ्रीक्वेंसी को यूज करूंगा तो ओवरलैप हो जाएगा। तो हम एक फ्रीक्वेंसी लेते हैं, उसके बाद 8.33 किलोहर्ट्ज तक कोई फ्रीक्वेंसी पे ट्रांसमिट नहीं करते हैं। फिर उसके बाद मतलब एक फ्रीक्वेंसी आ गई, प्लस 8.33 किलोहर्ट्ज के बाद वाली फ्रीक्वेंसी लेते हैं, उसके बाद प्लस 8.33 किलोहर्ट्ज के बाद वाली फ्रीक्वेंसी लेते हैं। तो स्पेसिंग होती है ये। पहले 25 किलोहर्ट्ज था, अभी वो कम होके 8.33 हो गया, बट इट्स ओनली फॉर अ सर्टेन बैंड। रीड करना, ये सब पे ध्यान देना, यही सब पूछते हैं और कुछ नहीं पूछते हैं। बेसिक मतलब कोर 80% ऑफ योर वाइवा शुड बी समराइज्ड इन ऑल दीज, इतना काफी है हमारे लिए। चलो इंटर पायलट कॉल। सो सपोज अभी देखना, ठीक है? क्वेश्चन है दैट रिक्वेस्ट स्टार्टअप। ओके, सिंपल। ऑलराइट, अभी कॉल लेता है। माय कॉल साइन आई विल टेक इट। Trivandrum ground, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, Tan 2, IFR, Trivandrum to Mumbai, flight level 270, passenger on board 160, security check cleared, information Bravo, request startup, Boeing 737 moderate. ATC reply, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, Trivandrum ground, startup not approved due traffic next to you seeking startup before you. Startup not approved due traffic next to us seeking startup first. Request traffic call sign Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. Traffic call sign Victor Tango Lima Lima Papa, Trivandrum ground. Traffic call sign Victor Tango Lima Lima Papa, Trivandrum correction. Traffic call sign Victor Tango Lima Lima Papa, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. Roger. Trivandrum ground. Now I am connecting interpilot. Why? Because I want to communicate with them. ये सब चीजें आपको क्वेश्चंस में स्पेसिफाई कर सकता है। मैं रियल टाइम में बता रहा हूँ पायलट क्या सोच रहा है। पायलट बोला मैं ट्रैफिक से बात करके पूछता हूँ उसको क्यों जाना है, मेरे को जाना है, हम बात कर लेंगे और आपस में हम डिसाइड कर लेंगे किसको किधर जाना है। ठीक है, दैट्स द होल पॉइंट। कभी कभी क्वेश्चन में ऐसे हिंट तो तुम्हें दी ही गई होगी क्वेश्चंस में। तो अभी मैं कैसे कर रहा हूँ, इंटर पायलट पे कैसे जा रहा हूँ ये देखो। ठीक है, सो राइट नाउ आई एम ऑन विच फ्रीक्वेंसी, आई एम स्टिल ऑन दिस फ्रीक्वेंसी, which frequency? Ground, 1 to 1 decimal niner. Okay, so my call goes like this. Victor Tango Lima Lima Papa, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo on 1 to 1 decimal niner. Interpilot, correction, Victor Tango Lima Lima Papa, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo on 1 to 1 decimal niner. Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, Victor Tango Lima Lima Papa. Go ahead. This go ahead, you'll stay open to both ideas, go ahead being used and go ahead not being used. Go ahead not being used is also go ahead, and go ahead being used is also go ahead. Victor Tango Lima Lima Papa, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. Interpilot 123.45. Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. Interpilot 123.45. Victor Tango Lima Lima Papa. Now they both have used or are using or switching their frequency from 1 to 1 decimal niner to 123.45. Now ground will not hear their conversations. All the other aircrafts connected with ground will also not hear the conversations, because now they both are connected on 123.45, and now they'll start talking with each other. Once their work is done, you will go back to 1 to 1 decimal niner and say if you're okay with the delay, or you have spoken with them, they will say they are okay with the delay. Whatever arrangements are made with dispatch and everything. This is just an hypothetical example why I would want to talk to them. Is it clear, students, how we get on to interpilot? है ना? बाय डिफॉल्ट कोई ट्यून नहीं रहता है, और बाय डिफॉल्ट अपने आप ही आप इंटरपायलट पे चले जाओगे, ट्रांसमिट करोगे, दूसरे लोग ट्यून्ड इन नहीं रहेंगे इंटरपायलट पे। आपको लगेगा हमारी एक फ्रीक्वेंसी हम इंटरपायलट पे पूरा टाइम ट्यून्ड रहते हैं। नो, नोबडी डज दैट. You will always be tuned to two frequencies, one which is active and second which are going to change next. उसको standby, उसको second frequency बोलते हैं. switch का एक बटन होता है quick. So always you will tune two frequencies, one active, second ready to be activated just with one switch button. बस कितने भी सिस्टम हों दो ही फ्रीक्वेंसी होती है VHF पे बात करने के लिए ऐसा में. ओके, चलो, any questions? You understood this gist of today's session? You have the task to finish, which is this for part 2 Viva. Part 1 we are doing together. If you need anything else, you'll tell me. Individual tasks, everybody has another task. List of all annexes and docs related to CPL and RT, and certain rules I wanted, but it's fine. Exam students priority पे आप ये करोगे, बाद में बाकी सब करोगे. Okay? Your next live class I'll schedule and share with you. Until then, always be open to the idea of starting studies at 11 o'clock. Even if 10:30 I message you in the morning, come for a quick session, you should be ready to join that. Weekdays fixed ही रखो अपने studies के लिए ना. Just बता रहा हूँ तुम लोगों को, ठीक है? For advantage. We are getting great results with students following the training as instructed. So you all just do the same, okay? All right, students. Any questions? Var Prasad, Prerit, any questions?
Sir, when will my mock be conducted?
ये वीक में करेंगे तुम्हारा. एक बार
Okay,
एक
sir.
बार हर्ष का एंड इनका हो जाए, आजकल में हो जाएगा इनका. श्रद्धा का एक हो गया, श्रद्धा का ही बाकी है. उसके बाद आप ही हो, आदित्य है ना? आप हो. आपको मुझे आज करने के लिए बोला था मैंने, उस हिसाब से तुम तैयारी है नहीं है, मुझे अपडेट दे दो बस. पॉसिबल हुआ तो आज शाम को छोटा वाला तो ट्राई कर ही लेंगे. रिमेम्बर मैं तुम्हें बोला था ना?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am ready for any time. I am ready.
चलेगा. इस हिसाब से कंटिन्यू करते रहो. कुछ एक्स्ट्रा है तो बताओ. आई अपडेट यू व्हेन टू डू इट. आई चेक विथ यू. ओके, अभी कुछ भी सर्टन नहीं है, सर्टन हो जाएगा थोड़ी देर में. आर प्रसाद, एनी क्वेश्चंस?
Negative, sir.
Going
Victor
good,
Tango
right?
Victor Papa Delta. Yes,
Going
sir.
good, strong, all
Affirm, sir.
good?
Yes, sir.
I want you to
I
text me lecture updates.
affirm, sir. I just received my computer number, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Don't apply for exams. First talk. We'll have a plan. Okay?
Affirm, affirm, sir.
We don't need that stress. But congratulations. Now you're ready. Good.
Affirm, sir.
Good, good, good. Om, Harsh, Priyanka, any question?
Negative, sir.
Sir,
Understood everything.
about
Priyanka, Thamba, Bolo.
No, sir, negative questions. Understood everything. And understood, sir. That I was for myself.
अब थोड़ा ज्यादा बोल दिया, कुछ ना बोल के भी ज्यादा बोल दिया. हर्ष बोलो.
सर नेगेटिव डाउट स्टिल नाउ, क्योंकि अभी तक मुझे थोड़ा काफी जरा पढ़ना बाकी है, बट विल अपडेट यू एज सून एज पॉसिबल.
डोंट स्ट्रेस आउट. ओके, क्वालिटी क्वालिटी क्वालिटी, जस्ट फोकस ऑन क्वालिटी. जितना पढ़ रहे हो ऐसे पढ़ो कि लाइफ टाइम याद रहेगा. समझ रहे हो ना? योर
Yes,
टाइम
sir.
इज ऑफ ग्रेट वैल्यू. तो उस टाइम को ऐसे क्वालिटी के हिसाब से पढ़ना है. समझ गए ना? कि आज कल तक नहीं, हमेशा याद रखने के हिसाब से. बस उस पर तुम
Yes, sir.
फोकस करो. रिजल्ट देखो कैसे आएंगे अपने पास.
Okay.
चलो हर्ष तुम जा सकते हो. आर प्रसाद यू कैन गो. प्रेरित यू कैन गो. ओम यू कैन गो. ओके, आई सी यू व्हेन आई सी यू नेक्स्ट स्टूडेंट्स. बाय बाय बोलो. प्रियंका स्टार्ट विद योर डाउट.
Thank you, sir.
sir, about barking action.
ब्रेकिंग एक्शन में तुम्हें अपडेट करता हूँ. बार्किंग नहीं है, ब्रेकिंग है. ब्रेकिंग. प्रियंका बी थरो विद दीज टर्म्स. ब्रेकिंग करूंगा मैं, या तो मॉक में करूंगा या कल वाले लाइव में हो जाएगा. मेरे
Affirm,
को
sir.
मैसेज करो. बार्किंग नहीं, ब्रेकिंग. ब्रेक लगाते हैं ना एयरक्राफ्ट को. ब्रेकिंग एक्शन. ठीक है, इजी है, बहुत इजी है.
Affirm, sir.
और कुछ बताओ प्रियंका.
नेगेटिव सर, जो सारा डाउट था आपको तो कॉल में बताया था.
समझ गए ना क्या करना है? कुछ भी दिक्कत आ रही है 2-2 घंटे में मुझे अपडेट दोगी तुम. ठीक है?
Affirm, sir.
जरूरत है कॉल करो. 2-3 कॉल आए, कोई नहीं, तुम कंटिन्यू करो. आई गेट इन टच विथ यू देन इन सम टाइम. समझ लेना.
Affirm, sir.
चलो, फील फ्री टू लीव. यमुना, एनी क्वेश्चंस?
अफर्म सर. सर इस चैट वन पे डैट इस 126.4 मुंबई पे कैसे कॉल लेंगे?
डैट इज पे कोई कॉल नहीं जाएगा यमुना. डैट इज ब्रॉडकास्ट है. मतलब जैसे रेडियो एफएम सुनते हैं, ट्रांसमिट हो सकता है, हम बात नहीं कर सकते. हम क्या करते हैं, सेम सिस्टम में जैसे हम कम्युनिकेशन फ्रीक्वेंसी सेट करते हैं, वैसे ही 1 to 4.6 जो भी फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो ट्यून करेंगे. जैसे ट्यून किया, रिसीवर ऑन किया, हमें वो आवाज सुनने मिलेगी. याद है तुम्हें डैटिस का कॉल, दिल्ली एटिस का कॉल?
सर
दिल्ली एटिस का कॉल याद है? क्लास में सुनाया था हमने. दिल्ली एटिस
रिवाइज करना होगा.
याद है कि नहीं है? बताओ हाँ या ना, बोलो ना.
नो सर, नेगेटिव.
तो यू सेड यू आर डन विथ योर रिविजन यमुना. नो. So how do we call? There is no call on DATIS. DATIS एक्चुअली आपके कंप्यूटर पे इंफॉर्मेशन भेजेगा आपको एयरक्राफ्ट पे, और एटिस आपको ऑरल भेजेगा. ध्यान रखो यमुना. समझ गए ये चीज?
यस सर, अफर्म.
समझ गए कैसे डैटिस ट्यून करते हैं? बस रेडियो कैसे सुनते थे, डैटिस वैसा ही है. फ्रीक्वेंसी मिला दो, आपको सुनने मिलेगा अगर एटिस है तो, और कंप्यूटर में डिजिटल डेटा मिलेगा अगर डी एटिस है तो.
अफर्म.
यू कैनॉट टॉक बैक. यू कैनॉट टॉक बैक. जो हम स्टार्टअप कॉल में इंफॉर्मेशन ब्रावो बोलते हैं, ये इंफॉर्मेशन वो डैटिस के मैसेज का ही कोड होता है. तो जो रियल टाइम में डीएटिस या एटिस का कोड आ रहा है, वही इंफॉर्मेशन स्टार्टअप कॉल में बोलना बहुत जरूरी है. इसका मतलब हमने रियल टाइम वेदर अपडेट ले लिया. उसके बिना डिपार्चर नहीं होता, उसके बिना अराइवल नहीं होता. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस लॉजिक. आई होप यू रिमेंबर यमुना.
ओके.
ओके नहीं, यस नो मे बी.
अफर्म सर, अंडरस्टूड.
टेल मी व्हाट अदर क्वेश्चंस यू हैव.
नेगेटिव सर.
गुड गुड. चलो, you can leave Yamuna. Kanishk, any questions?
थैंक यू सर.
Most welcome.
Negative questions right now, going great. We'll update you with the given assignment by evening.
तुम अभी nav access, I know you are there. I want you to just
Yes,
get
sir.
done with this RT and then continue. But if you're thinking sir bore हो रहा हूँ, मेरे को चाहिए, तो I'll send it in real time. ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
Let me know. Yeah, both options are possible for you. Okay? चलो ठीक है.
Thank you,
You
sir.
can
Bye.
leave Ganesh. क्या बाय. प्रखर, कोई क्वेश्चन है तो मैसेज करना, कोई चैलेंजेस है तो मैसेज करो, कोई भी अपडेट है मेरे को बताना, कुछ पेंडिंग है, नहीं मिला है, जो भी है शॉर्ट में बता दो मेरे को, एंड आई विल हेल्प यू देयर. ओके, यू फील फ्री टू लीव. ऑलराइट, And health first, warm water, rinsing and all, antibiotics. I hope you're doing it. Not doing it, let me know. I'll suggest a few things. All right. Chalo, you can leave, Prakar. Aditya, any questions?
Negative, sir. I'll be completing my 8th lecture today. 7 का part A and part 2 हो गया है. Part सर 8 lecture कल बोला आपको टेक्निकल इश्यूज आज 2-3 बार रिजॉइन किया.
करो. स्टार्ट एंड एंड टाइम का पहले स्लॉट भेज दो, डिजायर्ड स्लॉट क्या है आज का, एंड वो स्लॉट को मेंटेन कर रहे हो नहीं कर रहे हो रियल टाइम में बताना. तो पहले स्लॉट भेज दो. क्या टारगेट टाइम है बैठने का उठने का? 7 पार्ट 1 पार्ट 2 के नोट्स आ गए हैं, शायद नहीं आए हैं क्या है?
मैंने भेजा नहीं है सर.
भेजो. पहले डाउट्स देखने हैं मुझे, तुम्हारे नोट्स देखने हैं. ठीक है.
ओके.
ये बहुत क्रूशियल लेक्चर्स है, इसमें बहुत क्वालिटी पे फोकस रखना है, कंटिन्यूटी पे फोकस रखना है. ठीक है. अब मंडे आ गया है, अपना जो बात हुआ था स्केड्यूलिंग का आज से वापस फॉलो करना है. कुछ अलग सही पता नहीं कैसे, सो जो भी है मुझे बताओ मैसेज पे. ठीक है.
ओके सर. सर आगे के एक्सेस पार्ट 8 के लेक्चर भेजने के बाद मिलेंगे.
यस.
ओके.
कुछ डाउट्स रहेंगे तो रिजॉल्व करेंगे, उसके बाद देंगे.
ओके सर.
चार्ट प्रिंट करा लिया?
हाँ सर, मेरे पास है, टेबल पे है.
कलर वाले है ना?
हाँ सर, कलर.
चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट. जो भी कर रहे हो सही कर रहे हो, रुकना नहीं है ना?
हाँ सर.
चलो ठीक है. आई विल सी यू. ओके, टेक केयर.
बाय. थैंक
बाय.
यू.